What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid coming at you with another Destiny video. Today we've got a pretty fun video in store for you. We're talking about exotics, except for the fact that we're talking about exotics that we never see around. In fact, these are my top 5 least used exotic weapons, period, in all of Destiny. And this goes all the way back into year 1. Everything is fair game. Now, a little while ago, I went ahead and showed a video of my top 5 most used exotics, and the criteria that I used was I went over to Destiny's website, I went over to Bungie, and I happened to go and check out my Grimoire. Whenever I was looking at my Grimoire, I went over to my primary, special, and heavy weapons, all the exotic cards that I had. I clicked on them, I flipped them over, I checked out their stats. The weapons that I had the most kills with, I considered those my most used exotics. So that's how we did our top 5 most used exotic list, and we used that exact same criteria here to discover what my top 5 least used exotics are. So if you're curious what your top 5 are, go over to Bungie's website, check out your Grimoire, check out your cards, and let me know in the comment section below. I'd be really curious what your least used exotics are. And I think it's a lot of fun to go ahead and take a look at stuff like this because it lets you know things that are really fitting your playstyle, and it might kind of give you an idea as to what things are working and what things are not working in Destiny, at least as far as your own perspective is concerned. Now, I just want to say that even though the Monte Carlo is here in the intro, Monte Carlo does not make the list. I definitely have used the Monte Carlo. It's just a freaking gorgeous gun. It's an amazing looking gun. So I wanted to show it in the beginning because it's not like it's an OU OP gun. At least not yet. Let's hope for the balance patch auto rifles see some much needed love. Anyway, let's go ahead and get ourselves started with number 5. At number 5, we've got the PlayStation exclusive exotic sniper rifle, the Zen Meteor. And this clocks in as my 5th least used exotic with a whopping 29 kills. 29 kills, that's all I've used this for. So I know Xbox users, they're a little bit salty that they're not getting the exact same guns and everything that the PlayStation users have, but aside from the Jade Rabbit, you're really not missing out. I don't think you're going to miss out on 29 kills from the Zen Meteor. The big thing about this is you need to get kills rapidly, and not like that. Not like that. So you need to get kills with every bullet of your magazine, and once I get this final one, then you have an ultra super amazing explosive bullet, and it deals out damage. But you're never really going to proc this in any type of legitimate gameplay. It's just kind of a really cool looking gun. It is not practical at all. So 29 kills, that's all I got with the Zen Meteor. I really don't use it. It looks amazing, but it's not something that's going to be a staple in your arsenal. Trust me, you have better legendary sniper rifles. But Zen Meteor clocks in at number 5, and at number 4 we've got another sniper rifle, but this one is a primary, No Land Beyond. This is no surprise. I've had No Land Beyond forever, and in all of year 1, I never fired it off at an enemy. The most I ever fired the No Land Beyond at was for the heavy ammo glitch back whenever you needed to do that because Xur wasn't selling heavy ammo and you needed heavy for Crota. That's the most that I ever fired off the No Land Beyond, until one time I foolishly decided to go ahead and take No Land Beyond into the Nightfall and do the Nightfall with the No Land Beyond, and that's the gameplay that you're seeing right here. And I guess throughout doing that Nightfall, I must have got 27 kills with the No Land Beyond, because that's all the kills that I have with this weapon. 27 kills. Now I know that's probably blasphemy to some Crucible players who take No Land Beyond into all of their Crucible matches or all of their Trials of Osiris matches. Not here, not for me. I don't think I have ever taken this into PvP before. I guess I took it into one custom match PvP that was all NLB. All NLB, that's the only thing you were able to use, but I did pretty much nothing. I did pretty much nothing with that, and I don't even know if those stats end up counting. Moving on to number 3, we've got a new exotic, the Nemesis Star. Now maybe that feels like cheating because it just came with the Rise of Iron, but I think it's a legitimate addition to the list because it clocks in with a whopping 12 kills. 12 kills from the Nemesis Star, and no other new exotics made the list, only the Nemesis Star. So yeah, kid, is this a bad and terrible exotic? Well, no, I don't think so at all. I think it's a relatively decent exotic. It's a decent heavy machine gun. My problem is whenever I go ahead and rock out an exotic heavy weapon, I wanted to deal out massive damage, and I wanted to deal out massive damage very, very fast, and unfortunately, you don't get that with heavy machine guns. So that's one of the reasons it just never makes it into my arsenal. It's an anti-Thunderlord, it fires off really quick, and then it slows down to a crawl. But it's pretty cool, it's pretty solid. I just never put it on. I never feel like I'm in a situation where I'm like, yes, I absolutely need to use the Nemesis Star, and because of that, it just sits away toiling in my vault, even whenever I go ahead and get a new ornament for it. So Nemesis Star at number 3, and number 2, we've probably got another little bit of a shocker, and that is the Boolean Gemini. So whenever the Boolean Gemini came out, I think a lot of people used this immediately, because it was a relatively easy exotic to get and it had a decent light level. Not me though. For some reason, I just never completed that Boolean Gemini quest until just a little bit later into my Taken King progress, so I just never put it on. I just ended up finishing the quest just to finish it, just to get the exotic, and then I put it away. And I put it away to the tune of 7 Boolean Gemini kills. 7 of them. Now, I took it into 2 PvP matches last night. My first match, it did not go well at all. I was like, I can definitely see why I never use this gun. Then this particular match, I had a little bit more luck and a little bit more success, and it was pretty fun and pretty decent. It's a nice sounding gun, it's got a little bit of pop, but it shoots slower than the Mida though, and because of that, it can lose out in some gun battles. Unfortunately, I think this style of scout rifle loses out just a little bit, but it was pretty fun, and I did have some fun with it, and because of that, maybe this weapon will get a video it deserves on its own. But right now, it's sitting at 7 kills, so it deserves the number 2 least used exotic spot, but number 1 is the Hereafter, and this should surprise absolutely nobody. In fact, I ended up saying it in my most used exotic video, I have a whopping 0 kills with the Hereafter. I have never shot the Hereafter at an enemy before, so what we're going to do is we've got to buy one. In fact, the Hereafter is the only one of these least used exotics that I actually do not have out in my vault or in my inventory. So I had to go ahead and buy one, and what we're going to do is we're going to level this thing up, we're going to level it up to its full glory, and then we're going to go and get a kill with it. That's right, we're going to go ahead and get a kill with the Hereafter, see what all the hype is about, because I don't know. I have never fired off this gun ever. So what better place than to go into the Cosmodrome, right where it all began. We're going to get our first kill, we're going to pop this Hereafter, and we're going to see if it's fun and amazing and cool and awesome, and if I've been really missing out the entire time. Hereafter is sitting at 0 kills. Again, it's an exotic sniper rifle. 3 sniper rifles made this list. Now only 2 of them were exotic specials, but I think there's a little bit of a reason for that. And yeah, there's that enhanced zoom where I just happen to zoom right into the wall. Let's go ahead and take some aim at this drag, and there it is. There it is. That's our first ever Hereafter kill. So, yeah, pretty sweet. Alright, lovely. I think there's only one thing left to do now, and that is just dismantle it. So, yeah, we're gonna just dismantle this because I'm never gonna put this on. I'm never gonna use it again. But I do officially have a kill now. I know I'm a Hereafter pro, so that's what we've got. Those are my top 5 least used exotic weapons in Destiny. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your exotics, and I'll see you around in Destiny. #bye bye.